from Egypt. It's gonna have new curses. It's gonna have so much tribulation. It says in Lamentations? Oh, it was Ezekiel. When Ezekiel ate that roll, it was written within and without. Lamentations, mourning and woe.
You're about to hit your memory limit.
Really?
Yeah. This is maximum megabytes reached. So it's about to end soon.
Yeah.
Joel chapter 2 verse 3. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burning. The land of the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them as if the appearance of horses, and as horsemen shall they run.
Horses of power. It's power. And as horses they shall run. Where you think you got these cars, horsepowers come from? They're speed. Horses are known for speed and they're known for strength.
Meaning to break it down, run is simply when you break it down on a spiritual level. Run meaning speed.
Mm-hmm. So they're going to be powerful and they're going to be fast.
Like the noise of the chariots on the tops of the mountains, shall they leap.
The chariots.
Yeah, that's what I said, chariots. Yeah. Like the noise of the chariots on the tops of the mountains, shall they leap.
That is going to be very, very, very loud. Because in war back then, those chariots that were carried by horses, with the horse sounds, you couldn't hear anything. Because it was so loud. It was like just rumbling sounds.
It's gonna have explosions. Because it says, like the noise of the flames of fire that devour the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. It's gonna be very immense.
It's gonna be a mess. And those missiles are gonna be in formation when they come over here. Each one of them are gonna have a target.
Before their face of the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war.
They shall climb the wall like men of war. Like I said before, wall means defense. They're gonna climb right over your wall. They're gonna go right over your defenses. Your defenses are not gonna do anything. How do I know? Continue.
And they shall march every one on his ways.
They shall march everyone on his ways. So each one of them are gonna have their designated target.
And they shall not break their ranks.
And they shall not break their ranks. So if you see these missiles, you see it in the movies. Did you see any of these missiles colliding into one another? No, you didn't. Same thing when it's coming over here and to and fro.
Neither shall one thrust another.
Neither shall one thrust another. Like I said, you don't see any of them colliding into each other.
They shall walk every one in his path.
They shall walk everyone in his path. Like I said, each one of them are gonna have a designated target. One's flying across a further distance. One's already hitting one that's like close to the one that's flying past. They shall walk everyone in his ways.
And they shall fall upon the sword, and they shall not be wounded.
They shall fall upon the sword, and they shall not be wounded. So if one of the missile defenses hit those ICBM missiles, it ain't gonna do anything. It ain't gonna damage it. Why? Because you got chariots of the Lord protecting it. Why? Because those are the weapons of the Lord's indignation.
And they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. and they shall climb up upon the houses, and they
So
shall.
they're gonna get right over to your homes and your comfort places. Houses is where you're most comforted. You're most comforted. They're gonna go right over there and they're gonna make you uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
And this can go. What is in the book? Yahweh Shai. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
They shall enter in to the windows like a thief. So you are not gonna be aware when it's gonna happen.
And
Just like the day of Noah. So shall the day of the Son of Man be. Roughly paraphrasing. Everybody was given into marriage, drinking, partying. All of a sudden, it started raining, pouring hard. The sky opened up, and water poured. No, it ain't raining like crazy. Not just raining like crazy, but literally water poured from the sky like a waterfall. Like you just turn on the faucet and you just clog the sink. The ground yielded water too. Tsunamis all at the same time. The Lord drowned the world in water. You did not expect that. It's going to be just like the day of Noah. You ain't going to expect when the day of the Lord comes. You ain't going to expect when the day ends. When this world ends.
the earth shall quake before them.
So, the earth shall quake before them. Literally, as the scriptures say, the earth shall move to and fro like a drunkard. The earth. If a shit ton of, excuse my language, if a shit ton of missiles hit a certain place, it is going to cause a massive earthquake. It's going to be huge.
The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
The stars shall withdraw their shining. The sun and the moon shall be darkened. When those ICBM missiles are, do you think that you're going to see the sky for a very long time? You ain't not going to see it for a very, very, very long time. The mushroom clouds are going to be blocking it. You ain't going to see the glory of the stars. Nah.
And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army.
The Lord shall utter his voice before his army. Now the weapons of the Lord's indignation. Though it was created by Esau, but how did he even get that idea? Simple. The Lord put the Spirit on him. It's so different than the Lord putting the Spirit on the prophets to write the books of the scriptures.
For his camp is very great.
Shalom.
For he is strong and executed his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible.
The day of the Lord is great and very, very terrible. Woe unto you that desire that day. You know why? Your face is going to be red. It's going to be so hot in that day.
And who can abide it?
Who can abide it? Who can abide that day? Seriously. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 8. This was all written long ago. So, this is what it says in 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So all this was not that long ago. Yahweh Shai with this word in because Jesus was not that long ago. He didn't die long ago. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but all but that all should come to repentance. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also, and the works that are done that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness? Looking forward and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens shall be burnt up, being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, according to his promise, looking for a new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's what we look for. That's what we look for. Where all of Israel is following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And all of the nations under Israel are subjected to the law. Lord, what's a nation of judges? Now, how can we be judges if all nations know the law? If all nations are going to follow the law?
I got this scripture here, hand in hand. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also.
Yeah, I just got that.
Oh,
Yeah, just
this.
read that.
Oh,
No, I just yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh, no, it was just yeah. It was First Timothy.
Slakia.
All right, Salakia. 1 Timothy, chapter 5, verse 2. I'll start at once. Second, it's Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 1. Yeah, Salakia. 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 1. But the times and the season, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you.
For yourselves know perfectly.
Yeah. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
So when shit starts hitting the fan, we know what time it is. And when we start seeing bug outs, people bugging out all over the streets, running to and fro, don't know what to do, we're gonna be looking out there and we'll be like, crossing our arms, we're like, told you so. You idiots, you imbeciles. Told you so.
We probably won't even be around.
Like it
that.
says in Ezekiel 33:33, for lo, then shall you know that a prophet has been among you. When this cometh to pass, which we have told you, then shall you know that a prophet has been among you. You never expected a prophet to be literally on the sides of the streets, wearing a garment from the ancient times, to be looking like this. You never expected a regular person, but you would expect a prophet to wear a suit and tie in a temple telling you this. You would expect that. It shows how stupid and foolish our people are for following the ways of these heathens. You think they're gonna come over like rich men? Was Yahushua and his disciples rich? No, but you believed in the story, quote. You are hypocrites. Not to continue with 2nd Ezra, because this is going to be your downfall. Behold, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Verse 15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out, till it consumed the foundation of the earth. So those arrows will consume the foundation of the earth? If you're a carnal-minded person, you would actually think that those are arrows. What's an arrow? It's a weapon that can fly. That's what it is. That's all it is. What's a bow? It's the thing that shoots the weapon that can fly. That's all it means. What's that today that can burn things up, the foundations of the earth? A weapon that can fly and burn things up, and that can consume the foundations of the earth. Tell me, what is that? Tell me what that is. It's a weapon. Tell me. Well, nobody's around, so of course nobody's gonna answer. But then, tell me what that is. It's an ICBM missile. It's an intercontinental ballistic missile. That's what it is. That's a weapon of the Lord's indignation. Continue. Like as an arrow, which is shot by a shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. It will be just like what the scriptures say about the word of the Lord. It shall, when the Lord speaks and sends out his word, it shall not return to him void. It shall accomplish to whence he sent it. Roughly paraphrasing. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who shall deliver me in those days? This is Ezra. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You know Ezra is one of the elect, so you know he's going to be saved. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges. For when all these things come to pass, when all these things are happening, you're not going to turn from your sinful ways. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans won't stop from eating their pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. So when shit hits the fan, and all they got is pork, they're going to eat that shit. They're going to eat it. They're going to eat that stuff, man. They ain't going to turn from their wicked ways. Because they're blinded. They didn't listen to the prophets. They're wise to do evil, but to do good, there is none. Roughly paraphrasing. Behold, famine. Oh no, slightly. Behold, visuals shall be good cheap upon the earth. Visuals or items are going to be good cheap upon the earth. That they shall think themselves to be in a good case. That's prophecy. You see all this stuff becoming. You got some stuff like in these restaurants. You got 2 for $1. Yo, you hear that? Or 4 for $1. Yo, you hear that? That's some cheap stuff, man. Goes over and buys it, and you think the world's in peace right now. That's why it's so cheap.
Dollar Tree is an example.
Dollar Tree, everything's $1. All your visuals are good cheap. They're good cheap. All you need is $1. You can buy anything.
Try the juices. It look like grape juice. They probably just took one little thing of grape and just squeezed it into a big thing of water.
Mm-hmm.
Watered down juices.
Yo, you think it's gonna be a good case because visuals are good cheap? You think, yeah. It says, and even shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You're gonna think it's still a good case. You don't even see that. Yeah, you can look at the Weather Channel, and you can see what the weather's gonna be. But when we tell you things that's gonna happen that can risk your life, you don't want to hear it. You even started sending death threats to the weatherman for warning you that there's gonna be a tornado coming.
Just because he messed up your favorite show.
Because he messed up your favorite show.
Or Sunday Night Football.
The Sunday Night Football. Our people are stupid. Are very, very stupid. Impudent and stiff-necked. Impudent and stiff-necked. The prophets are out here. We're the prophecy weathermen. That's what we are. Prophecy weathermen. We're telling you things before it's gonna happen. Because the weatherman is a prophet anyways.
The time weather.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what it is.
He's a weatherman's a watchman of the skies. We're a watchman of the times. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. So you're gonna be like, oh man, I just lost my brother. I just saw him get blown to pieces by a tank. And you're traumatized. There's no one to comfort you. You got a dead corpse right next to you. You're gonna go and hug that. Because you want comfort. No one's gonna comfort you in that day. Everyone's looking for their own ways, their own salvation. They're looking for their own ways to get safe. They see you, they see what they want, they kill you and they take with that. Those days are gonna be dark. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. And for of a city there shall be 10 left. Two of the field shall hide themselves in thick groves and clefts of the rock.
Yeah, the movie like that, I Am Legend.
So when shit hits the fan, it's gonna be quiet.
It's gonna be like a wilderness.
It's gonna be quiet. It's gonna be quiet when you're gonna smell death. You're gonna smell death. You're gonna smell smoke. You're gonna look at the sky, it's gonna be all red. You're gonna hear screams in the background. You're gonna wish you wanna hear somebody just talking all casually. Good morning. Unless you wanna hear that, and if you see somebody doing that, you know they're crazy. They're a lunatic. But to continue, you're gonna want to hear that. You're gonna want to hear a man's voice. And it says, for a city, there shall be 10 left. There's gonna be so much death. There's only gonna be a few of people in the city left. They're gonna desire to hear a man's voice. Casually hearing them.
And I'm sure they're gonna try to
without screams.
Pick up that radio. If
Like
they
the
have
movies. Like the movies.
is anybody there?
It's gonna be like shh.
Yeah, you're gonna hear more shh than anybody.
Yeah,
you
you
ain't
gonna hear.
Last
You ain't gonna
thing,
hear that.
last thing you're gonna pick up is the nuclear transmission.
Yeah.
And who's gonna pick that
yeah.
up? Probably an enemy here.
No, there ain't gonna be no nuclear transmission. There ain't gonna be no warning. You ain't gonna expect it. You're gonna go outside. You're gonna wish to hear all that, and then you look in the sky. You see what you think is chemtrails. Like, oh, you're still doing chemtrails, and then the chemtrails start coming down.
Remember that one movie?
And you see
That one movie.
You see-
where that.
select. You see flashes in the background, and your heart drops. Your heart drops that very moment, and you went with the Lord. You're done. You might as well just like fall on your knees and cry.
And just
Your heart will drop.
just die. That's it. Just die.
No, before that, before your heart drops and you piss your pants, you're gonna see a giant chariot in the sky coming down. That's when your heart drops, and then you're crying like now of all times, aliens come in your head because you didn't turn from your wickedness. So of course you're gonna think they're aliens. They are strangers from a whole different. Man, I don't even know.
And alien means foreigner, anyways.
Yeah, your heart's gonna drop. You're gonna see them going around, and you see them beaming somebody up in the distance. That one person in that city, or that few people in that city, you're gonna see them beaming up. They're abducting people, and then they only take a few people and they leave. You see chariots just like light speeding in front of the big chariot and going in.
What was that thing you would say?
It reminds me of that one movie where they heard that's the reason why I said transmission, because it reminded me of the movie. They're on have a walkie-talkie and they can hear the countdown of a nuclear about to hit, because they took a military guy.
That
So
ain't gonna happen. That's just hopeful thinking. That's just hopeful thinking.
Where they getting
But like they're gonna see people being beamed up in the chariots, and then they just leave, and then you see that giant chariot, do maybe one blast on an area, or go to a different area and do that blast. I don't know where it's gonna happen.
You're gonna have strange things happening too.
It's gonna go up, and then you see these missiles coming in at that very moment, and that's when you piss your pants. Your heart drops. You see flashes in the distance. The ground. You can't even stay in one place on the ground when your knees are on the ground because it's already rumbling. It's already rumbling. It'll be your fault because you didn't turn to the Most High. If you're a Jake. But if you're a heathen, you just might as well just embrace the fire. You might as well just embrace the fire. Because it was your fault that fire's coming to you. It's your fault. Your father's fault. Blame you and your fathers. We had to go through our tribulation. Now it's time to go through yours. Ours started with great sorrow, so shall yours. And then right after that, you're going to have continuous sorrow. That's for Edom.
It's double onto Edom.
Double onto Edom, yeah, double. Double the pain, double everything. Double the work, continuous employment. You won't even have to, you don't have to worry about even getting an application.
And it was worse. It was worse, less than double. But imagine double. Double is bad.
Yeah.
It's really
You
bad.
won't even have to find a job. The job's gonna come to you.
It's continuous employment.
The job's gonna come to you. And your very home. Wherever you feel comfortable, the job's coming to you. And you're gonna work, and you're gonna work, and you're gonna work, and you're gonna work. What's the only rest? Sabbath. Only rest. Only rest. And after that, continue, rest. Continue. At least you have the luxury to rest. At least you do that. At least you get that. At least you get that. But you're gonna have, oh man, you're gonna have so much work. You're gonna be like, in this world, how is that humanly possible?
You'll probably work more than the beasts. And the beasts, they have to work because there's ox that had to plow the lands and all that.
and this time they're gonna enjoy it.
They better enjoy it. They better put that smile on their face, or they're in trouble. We had to go through that. Yeah, massa. No problem. I'll do it. Anything for you, master. Yeah, you're gonna be the same way with us. You better crack that smile, or you're in trouble. We're gonna look at you. We're gonna say,
Yo,
you got a problem?
yo,
You better get the right answer to
I
us.
found some precepts in second
No. I don't have a problem.
I found some precepts.
Are you lying to me? I know you're lying to me. You're in trouble.
I found some precepts in Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. It says, Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 35. Hear now this. I know, hear not these things and understand them. Ye servants of the Lord. Ye servants of the Lord. So the 1/3 are going to be servants of the Lord. Because they're the only ones that are going to understand this. It says, for the elect has attained it. Though, for Israel have not obtained what she's seeking for. But the elect have attained it. The election has attained it. Only the elect are going to understand this. Now listen. Behold, the word of Yahweh. Receive it. Behold the word of Yahweh and receive it. Believe not the gods who the Lord, who Yahweh spake. Whom Yahweh spake. The gods of this world. Behold, the plagues draweth nigh. Oh no, not slack. As when a woman with a child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth pain, of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. That's how these plagues are going to be. So they're going to come rolling in one after another. One after another. One after another.
And it's coming. And you know, let me explain. When women are having birth, they take, a lot of times it takes a whole day. It's just them giving birth. And that's a known fact anyways. So it will be just like that. The plagues coming in, it's just going to keep coming.
This is 39. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. The world shall mourn. Sorrow shall come upon it on every side. On every side. Alright, I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises.
I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakodash.
I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere Akim out there teaching the truth and sincerity.
Shalom.
Shalom. Amen.